the names here a second. Give me a moment. Oh, they're in the right places at least. Zoun is going to be in the top right as our Protoss player. And in the bottom left, it's Team Liquid's Clem. Love that. As we get into game number 1 of this best of 3. Yeah, having to... The names will look a little bit weird on the bottom side, guys, just because Zoun's name is Classic. So if I don't put his name there, it says Classic. And that's going to be very confusing. Another gateway and assimilator coming up, probe coming through, refinery in the barracks on the way, getting settled into a few moments of game number 1. Exciting times as we play Clem versus Zoun. So he's coming to bound probe. Gonna be taking some nibbles. Nexus Cybercore on the way out. Command center goes down. Orbital command coming up. Reactor will drop onto the barracks as the Marine is going to be there to push the probe away. Push that out up the left-hand side. Push that away for the moment. Do we have the servers for these games? I don't know. Actually, I've got no idea. I don't know how to check without... I could maybe press this. Okay, this is central. So game 1's sent. Okay, actually, I don't know if this is central played on or if this is just me hosting the replay on central. I don't actually know. But yeah, I don't know if it's central west, central or west, central west. It's all on Korea? No, you can't play PTR on Korea. Yeah, PTR is only central or west. Spike guns coming about, Warp Gate coming up, sentry on the way. A couple Marines going to be there to push the Stalker back in the other direction. And let's just have a Reaper going to fight through. A couple Marines going to be going for that Stalker as well. And get that pushed back up into the middle of the map as our battery will go down. And thanks for joining us today, guys. Some Olimoleague coverage. These 2 Stalkers and a Sentry going to be there to push that Reaper back away. Out down the right-hand side. And Blink coming up. Won't get about a finish. Medevac, Marine, couple SCVs, and a Widow Mine continuing to come on through. Is that Widow Mine in the center? Could have maybe gone off. It's just a hallucination, of course. Just some scouting here from Zoun as we continue on by. And win over Bjorn, man. Zoun getting a win over Bjorn. Sets up a matchup against Clem. I love that. It's kind of interesting because I'd love to see a bit of TvT without the Cyclones. But I mean, we kind of know how that works anyways. We've seen that in the past. So I guess it's not the most important to kind of check out and see. But I love that we end up with the PvT here because I would have put Bjorn as the favorite to beat Zoun originally. Obviously, that's just not how it's gone down. As Shepard PHX, thank you so much for the 2-month resub on the Prime. Welcome back. Good to see you. As Rax comes through, a couple SCVs are building. Tech labs on the way. And the triple Widow Mine drop going to be the choice moving forward right now here from Clem. So, 3 Widow Mines. Going to move up into the back of the natural. 1, 2. Probe burrows, Widow Mine fires, probe goes down. 3rd one will just stick. The other Widow Mine there will just unburrow, reburrow. I think you can do that 1 time. Actually, it was too much damage output, so loses that mine. Should have just got the probe, because it didn't really deny much more mining time. At least there is still 1 mine in that medevac, able to go 1 more time as well. As we just see the Blink continuing up, Robo Bay coming through. The Raven producing on the side of Clem. As our Stalkers are going to get there, pick off the Reaper, and the Probe is going to go plop down the Nexus on the 3rd base. So used hallucinations to pop the water mines. Could have done. I wonder if he almost values the sentry energy a little bit more than a single probe. And also the effort of like hallucinating my Cornet. Like, I don't disagree. He has been pretty consistent with the rest of the hallucinations on the map though. As they're just going to push onto this 3rd base here. Tank sieges. Auto turret goes down. Marines are going to push up, and this 3rd Nexus is in some trouble. So Clem gets into position on this 3rd base. This is where a lack of battery overcharge is going to become a problem, right? Where you just don't really have a way to kind of have a bit of burst kind of healing and a way to survive against the tank initially. But we are going to be able to blink forward here, get rid of that. The Marines are unupgraded, so they all continue to fall. And yeah, with some Prism Micro, this is going to be pretty darn neat. On the side of Zoun, very good defense actually. Does not lose much. That's a very good defense from Zoun. I'm impressed. Great cleanup against Clem's army. Raven tries to come around the back. Is that the final shot of the Raven? Nah! It will go down, no? Can the Stalker not hit that Raven right now? Stalker, please. Don's not paying attention. There we go. Raven will indeed fall. So we get the kill on that. Lovely. Stalkers get to the bottom. SCV goes down. Command Center going to take a few more shots. Marines and Marauders coming across. Observer just going to sit tight. Bio going to be there to push the Stalkers back the other way. +1 attack and combat shield on the production tab as well. You know what? I love this map, but I keep finding it very jarring when I suddenly see, you see that like big blue light of the planet underneath. I feel like it's so bright compared to the rest of the map. It really grabs my attention every time we like jump to it. I'm like, whoa! Probably just a case of getting used to it, but it just feels like such an eye grab compared to the rest of the map, you know, like the background. I keep looking at the background more than the other parts of the map when we go to those edges. Very pretty. I don't want to hate on it. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying like it's eye grabbing, you know. As Senate Thermal Lance and Charge coming up. A few extra gates coming about. Templar Archives are building. More Vikings, +1 armor, concussive shells are coming through. This Ghost Academy continues in also, so we get that going. Bio gets out through the bottom. And just to see where Clem goes for 4th base, we'll see if anyone feels brave enough to take the centralized gold and see if they can, you know, think they can kind of hold the middle of the map. More so imagine we're going to take one of the bases around the edge. As the Wood Mine burrows, the Bio going to come across. The Zealot's just going to be going around there as well. Stalker's going to get there. Marine goes down. Disruptor coming through. +1 attack coming in. Extended Thermal Lens on the way. Again, +1 and Disruptor coming through. A couple more robo facilities in production. Missile turrets on the way out. As you have the armory and engineering bay. Continuing on line. Couple depots coming through. The ghosts coming up. Yo, Hulkins bro, how you doing? Thank you so much for the 26-month resub. Bio gathering up, Vikings coming around, 2 upgrades on the way, +2 attack coming in. Again, just gonna have our forge building, probes building. I see the 2-2 upgrades coming up. Ship weapons on the way in. Wild Ghost going to come around. Obviously, we do have the army of Zoun starting to pressure forward a little bit. Looking to see if he can get into some sort of position here to make something happen. And thank you, International Racer, for the 4-month resub on the Prime. Welcome back. Good to see you. As Clem and Zoun continue to settle here. Next units warp in. Zealots and High Tempers come through. Disruptors on the way up. Again, Marauders, Ghost, Medivac. 2-2 upgrades all coming in as well. The scan comes up, +2, +1 on the way. Ghost is going to come up. Disruptor shot goes down. Actually does clip a Ghost there, so the Disruptor going to be pretty decent to start off with. Another Disruptor shot coming through. And additional Vikings all on the way from Clem as we get this settled. 2 upgrades coming about. Vikings, Marauders on the way, +1 ship weapons. About to be done as well. Command centers continue to produce. CC and missile turret's gonna go down. Sorry, towers as well. Clem really just establishing control of the map. Amygdala gonna get split up here a little bit. We do see Zoun gonna brave the attempt of a gold base. Clem going to be, I think, moving there very soon as well, getting to that point. +3 attack, +2 armor coming up, +1 air weapons is building. Gate Stargate cannons coming up as well. Bio Viking coming across. The army coming down this ramp. Just going to be starting to push through. A couple of Marines taking damage. Viking's going to come through. Another Disruptor shot firing. Oh, that's a good Disruptor shot. It's going to be one of those ones that hits a lot of Marauders, so they don't die, but they're going to be weakened. I'm trying to chase forward. If you chase forward there, it's obviously with low HP units. The Medivac's putting in some work to try and heal back up. Harkon's going down. Disruptor shot coming in again as 3-3 upgrades are on the way. Advanced Ballistics coming about now. We'll see the Liberators coming into play as well. 5 of them on the way up at a time. Fire coming back over. Who's going to be settling? Another Disruptor shot too. That's going to be beautiful. Gets a bunch of the Ghosts there. That's lovely. Love to see that, as we do have Zoun making some moves against Clem in this game. Absolutely getting some connections that are going to help him in a big way. Great stuff right there so far. Gonna see some extra Liberators coming back around. The army coming over on the bottom side. Gonna see the Stalkers Archon stepping up as well. Trying to take position for the moment. Rocks all go down. Vikings gonna get there. Another Observer or 2 dropping. The Bio back over to the center once more. Just gonna reposition in that direction. Now we have a couple more Liberators getting sieged up as well. The Liberators are going to be huge for zoning, but right now zoning is not the problem. Zoun's just going to run to that bottom right side and go where it doesn't matter as a couple more of those libs get sieged up. Manson are going to lift off. We continue to move away once more. Just going to have another Disruptor shot coming through for the moment. Zealots will dive. A couple of Ghosts getting chased. One Ghost goes down. Second Ghost goes down. Disruptor shots firing in. Gonna miss the Bio units. Shotgun Disruptors come down at the bottom right side. Planetary Force trying to move in here. Can Clem hold this position? Liberators are going to try and get sieged up. Repair comes in. The Disruptor's going to hit the SCVs, but the base will live. Clem only loses 4 works to that. Now we're going to try and move around the other direction. A couple of Disruptor shots coming over. Bio units taking hits. Disruptor still firing. Shots going here, there, and everywhere. The Liberators of our Terran players still producing forward at times, so a lot of libs. The map does allow for a lot of movement around different bases. I do like that. It does kind of... The thing with libs is some of the maps are just so good for Liberators, and some positions are always going to be good for Liberators as well, but definitely already seeing Zoun taking some possible advantages as we actually jump on this as the army was fighting the rocks. We knocked down some of the Liberators. Next Disruptor does go down. That was after some Disruptor shots were already pretty good, though. All these Ghosts going down. Tempest show up to push the Medivacs back. We're cleaning up pretty much everything. The Ghost Cloak going to be a little bit of a saving grace here, as the Tempest, though, and Zoun in general continues to play the chasing game. Clem taking damage. Units keep on dropping. Another Liberator falls from the sky. What a fight from Zoun as he continues through, keeps on going. A couple shots come in. Disruptor shot lands on a Ghost once more. Tempest going to turn once again. Marine Marauder trying to fight. Surprised that Clem is still trying to make something of this. Like, his supply is good. It just feels like you're keeping on fighting into positions where the Protoss is taking great trades. So many good fights coming out of this from Zoun. So many good connections. He's now finally going to be able to go the other direction. He's going to jump onto this planetary. He's going to take it out. Bottom right base falls. And Zoun with a major win in the end with a big pushback. This all came because Clem pushed up to Zoun's position, and then Zoun pushed Clem back. Oh, what a shot on the Ghost! Zoun's Disruptors just keep on landing. So much damage done in this game. Disruptor shot after Disruptor shot just cannot stop hitting at the moment. Oof. Yeah, another base here as well. Zoun just does not stop. 17 minutes on the Amygdala. He's winning this game so far. Clem on the ropes a little bit. Money in Zoun's bank still as well. We're going to re-engage forwards here. Disruptor shot fires through. A couple Marines go down. +3 ship weapons coming up. Viking, Marauder, Marine all coming out. And +2 air weapons coming in, refineries and Vikings coming online, Disruptors moving about. And upgrades continue. We actually take a moment to settle. I think Clem will appreciate that as well. He does get Max back out. Good stasis ward there as well. Zel's going to get grabbed on the side. Well, Ghost Snipes coming through, hitting some High Templars. Nice, as their Ghost was cloaked up, no vision there. I like the idea of the Disruptor just in case the Ghost is chasing. As the Bio just going to get the pylon. Nexus is still over there. Zealot and the Stalker's coming through. We scan it up. We're actually going to take this a little bit of a fight. The first few Stalkers will not stand there aground very well at all against this Bioforce. So let's chasing the Bio. Tempest in the sky. Continue to come through. Medivac goes down. Next Medivac is full. This was a good start for Clem, right? Killing off a lot of those Stalkers was great, but obviously not so great following up, as we're going to see the Bio jumping back onto the Nexus now instead. Gonna get to another base here as Clem's Orbital is going to be forced to lift and retreat. Zoun once again getting the push forward. Those Tempests helping so much in this army, actually. The Tempests are really doing a great job. As that Disruptor shot lands. They're doing a great job of just being able to consistently kind of clip and deal damage kind of throughout this so far. Really impressed by what those Tempests have been able to do. Bringing a lot of damage throughout all of this. Getting back in the center. Just going to be seeing the +3 armor coming up. Storm comes in, a couple Marines and Marauders taking shots. Tempest's going to fire. Oh, the High Templars are flanking, and stormy weather up to the top side, and disruptors from the bottom. Storms on the top, disruptors on the bottom. Vikings will get through for the Tempest. We're going to land those Vikings. Now the Vikings doing bonus to damage to mechanical units. Clem's supply is in the lead. Another couple of disruptor shots coming through as we try and play the retreating game here from Zoun. Sub 100 supply. It felt like Zoun was doing so well in so many of these trades, but that one goes in Clem's favor in a major way. Massive fight for Clem here on Amygdala, as he takes the lead now in this opening game of the quarterfinals. Wow, what a fight that was. Like I say, High Templars to the top, Disruptors to the bottom. Crazy engagement. Come back in again. Whew. Well, Stalkers going in. I mean, Zoun's still going to hold the middle of the map apparently a little bit, so he's going to be able to keep some Stalkers there for the moment. 21 minutes deep now. Zoun's struggling to rebuild on the back of that. That was such a devastating fight in Clem's favor. Look at that army supply graph. It plummets. So many units lost. It's crazy, though, because the Storms were so good. The Disruptors were so good, but then the Vikings get rid of the Tempest. And while we took so much damage, there was no finishing damage, and so many units just lived through it. What a ridiculous fight, because that should have been terrible. It felt terrible for Clem, and Sam was just missing that, like I say, last little bit of something to make it work for him. Orbital Command will get taken out, as the Bio going to try and step up, move over to those Stalkers, chase those Archons down as well. 2 High Templars on the way up, Dark Shrine building as well. A couple more Disruptors building, Nexus on the way through. So the Disruptor shot tries to land, as you just see the High Templars continue to move over to the right side at the moment. Bioforce moving about. Libs and Ghost on the way, Clem maxed out again. Zoun's going to struggle to remax. His work account is struggling as well. Look at the income graph, and it's been Clem favored for kind of the last 10 minutes in general. On the back of a fight like that, if you've been in the economic advantage and you win that fight as Clem, well, you're basically adding 2 and 2 together to get the result of that, right? His Stalkers continue to chase in. Marauder Medevac being pushed back on the right side. Just going to dive up, and this Nexus will be in trouble, going down in a moment. Nexus falls. Medevac still overhead. More Liberators will be sieging up. Stalker Disruptor try and come back over there. Missile turret trying to come through. Another storm or 2 on the bio units. It's an EMP on some of the High Templar as well. So recall coming back over. And Stalker Archon still chasing back across, and Zoun is going to, for the moment, handle Clem. This army is low HP. Medevacs have not healed it up yet. Perfect moment for Zoun to chase and get some value. The problem is Clem has another army moving to the top. Eats the first storm pretty badly. Stack defense here is going to help Zoun out as well. Zoun is still chasing on the bottom as well. Clem is losing units. That is becoming a little bit of a problem. Some issues for sure right now as the Stalkers continue to get there. Medevac's going down. Zoun going to get on top of this base. Clem's supply is good, but Zoun's army supply is fine. Loses a couple of Disruptors. That's not exactly going to help you. So much of Clem's supply is in production tab as well as continue to play the chance game. Clem just needs to gather units together, all in the same place. Here comes the rest of the units, but they're already hurting as well as they came from the north side. Disruptor trying to land. Zealots are going to charge forward. It's a massive fight here as Zoun gets the Stalkers involved. He is going to have too much. Clem is in trouble. Zoun goes through the natural into the main. He's going to be able to shut down production, and that may be an unwinnable game now for Clem as the starports are going to get camped. The Zealots are here. Disruptors are here. There's a few Marauders, but they're going to struggle to do enough as the starports are dropping, the Liberators are flying through, and Zoun is going to win this game as he pushes in, and Clem just did not get enough units back on track, did not gather enough up in the same place at the same time. What a ridiculous conclusion to game number 1. Zoun gets the map win. That is bothered me today. I don't know why that's a thing. Game number 2, we're going to go into ley lines in the bottom left corner. The red Terran player down a map. What a ridiculous ending. It is Team Liquid's Clem. As in the top right, we're going to have ourselves the blue Protoss player Zoun for game 2 of this best of 3. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. So good to see you. Over on the YouTube stream, do consider scrolling down a little bit and clicking that like button. Just takes a second, does not take long, helps out a whole bunch. We've got 400 people on the YouTube stream right now, only 126 likes. Take a moment to go hit the like button, helps out massively, like I say. Great way to support the content as we get into game number 2 of this best of 3. Again, just want to let you guys know as well, we do have a PTR tournament starting ourselves tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the open event. A bunch of players will qualify into the main event from that. There's a little bit of prize money as well. And then the main event will start on Thursday with Group A, Saturday Group B, playoffs on Sunday. Basically the same format as what we did last week. Just get some different players in, play some more games on the PTR. Super excited. So game number 2 of this best of 3 series is all best of 3 again today, guys. Apart from our finals will be best of 5. We'll be heading into the semi-finals after this best of 3 as well. After this round of 8 wraps up. Cybercore battle complete. Nexus halfway through. Again, Stalker in production. Factory and reactor on the way. Command center still building as we settle ourselves into game 2 of this best of 3. Hey guys, these replays are indeed like 5 hours old. They're really not very, I mean, in terms of like replay cast, this is pretty much as fresh as you get. The tournament finished about an hour after the tournament ended. They sent us the replays. About 45 minutes after that, we went live. Something to that effect. That was about the timeline. So yeah. We'll be doing this for all of the Olimoleague days, as long as it works on my schedule, which so far it does. So basically, if Olimoleague is on, we can't cast it live, but we'll come and do an evening cast for you guys, so you can keep up to date with all of the awesome Olimoleague action. Game number 2. There's a couple of Hellions on the way up on the side of Liquid Clam. A little bit of a different opener then with the Hellions on the way through Starport building. How many Hellions are going to be on? Just the 2 into some Widow Mines. So a couple of Hellions running at the front, while the couple of Widow Mines will probably drop. But this is all going to be with a a Stalker and a Warlock at the front. So these Hellions probably can't do too much. There's no Reaper here, so you can't grenade the Stalker out of the way. Now the medevac starts. That's expected. This will be a 4 mine drop. We'll start 2 more mines after the first 2, I'd imagine, and they aren't going to be on the way right now. Again, Blink is building. 2 more gates coming online. A little pylon down on the bottom side as well here currently. Let's just get that settled. The gate finishes up, and the medevac will go boosting. 4 Widow Mines inside that medevac. Making their way to the top of the map currently. Let's see what this medevac and Widow Mine drop can do. We got Blink over halfway done. Obviously, Zoun is proxying up a gateway, so is looking to be an aggressor in this game. Hellions have been poking, and they've not really found much just yet. A couple of Stalkers. Oh, gonna move out. Well, Widow Mines will unload. How many do we unload here? Probably 2. Probably take 2 to the main base as well. First Widow Mine unburrows, goes down. Gonna have ourselves the Widow Mine here, unburrows a second time. Oh, retargets. Good retarget as well. Great retarget. Gets 4 probes. In the main base, Widow Mine gonna go for 12. Oh my goodness. Patch this. Balance Council. How do you make it so that Widow Mines don't kill all your mineral lines? Yeah, well, that one's just rough. That's just a miss micro from Zoun. Got carried away. Probably a little bit shocked by how much was done in the natural. And then loses control in the main base. And such a shame, because such an awesome game number 1 is going to result in probably an underwhelming game 2, unless this counterattack Blink is going to get some serious damage done in the next couple of moments. Not sure if that's quite going to be the case, but we will see. Couple Stalkers already coming to the front. The bunker is going to go down, but a second bunker is about to be there. SCVs will surround that bunker, make sure this one does not drop. Stalker pressure doing well. Siege tank going to be there, though. If you jump on that tank, I mean, remember, this is off a very low economy, so the follow-up reinforcement waves are going to be pretty limited. Stalker's going to go up the ramp as well. Oh, they're stuck. They are very stuck. And there's a tank in the main base that is absolutely shredding as Clem. Widow mines. Very nicely done defense. Yeah, very nicely done. Clem just capitalizing on the position there. As we have got in the bottom right-hand side, the red tearing player. It's going to be Team Liquid's Clem. As in the bottom left, our Blue Protoss will be Zoun. Thank you for all the SE2 content. Absolutely no worries, mate. Thank you so much for watching today, tuning in. We're going to have games for you this week. Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. The only day I'm not live this week will be Friday. Excellent gas coming in here as we get ourselves into this quarterfinal game 3. We will be going into the semi-final coverage after this, guys. Excited to see what those matchups will look like. I've not looked at the bracket myself yet, so unsure who's going to be coming up a bit further down the line. Next in the cyber core continue to come through. Get ourselves going. For a couple moments. Some calm before the storm. And there have been some pretty hefty storms in this series, so maybe it's not a bad thing to take a little bit of calm first. Factory and bunker coming about. Stalker coming in. Nexus going through. And there's the Stargate coming up as well. As the reactor finishes, 2 Marines will start up. We have a CC coming in on the natural as well. We need to get that underway. So we take a few moments to fully set ourselves in this map number 3, El Dorado. In mentioning how I really like this map, I really actually expect this map to get a lot of love. I think if this makes the ladder map cool, it's going to become very popular, especially viewership-wise. I think it does a good job of being very interesting without being especially broken. Because it almost gives you so many options that everyone has a way to play it, you know? Which is kind of neat. Kind of funny how that works, almost. Phoenix popping. Marines producing. SCVs are building. And a little wood of mine. Marine drop. Gonna come across the map. 6 Marines in a mine. The main very shortly. I was just gonna go dropping straight through. Raven and the siege tank coming in. Phoenix are gonna get there. Medevac taking some shots. Just gonna be seeing the Phoenix still taking some damage. Medevac's gonna die. So they look pretty good defense. Great micro from Zoun. Look at the Phoenix just getting out of there on low HP as well. Beautiful defense from Zoun. Stunning. 1 probe goes down in this game. He kills a medevac, a mine, and 6 Marines. Do you have the robo facility coming up? Look at that Phoenix spread, by the way. Just trying to catch it and see if there's anything else coming across the map here from Clem. Just in case, like, you followed it with a lib or so, and it was, like, moving around the map, and then, obviously, the main drop got denied, and now Zoun's just doing his due diligence to be like, okay, just double-checking nothing's hidden up here. Fighting on the way, Stim +1 on the way. Another Phoenix building on that Stargate. We are going to see that Phoenix count rallying over to the right side. Sim combat and +1 all on the way, so the upgrades for the Terran. Kicking in the near future. Is that Robo Bay building up here as well? On the side of Zoun's. Just going to move into the Robo Bay. Twilight Council 2. All of this on the back of the Phoenix. We've seen him play this earlier as well against Björn. A couple more Marauders will pop. A third CC goes down as well from Clem as we settle ourselves in here. Again, great opening for Zoun. You play so well defensively that one of the main things it'll do is it's going to scare Clem from being aggressive again, right? Does Clem really want to be like, oh yeah, I can go on the map and do things right now? Like, no, not really. In fact, that's one of the last things that Clem wants to do, right? So he probably wants to stay clear of that kind of concept. Medevac's load up. We come around the bottom side. Concussive of shells. +1 attack coming in. Medevac's Marauders and Widow Mines coming up. Phoenix keep on moving through. The Medevac's on the bottom. Medevac's keep on boosting across. Phoenix gonna fly. Viking taking damage. Just gonna jump across. Gonna be seeing the Colossus coming over, the Phoenix coming over as well. Gonna be seeing the Bio gonna continue to be just completely cleaned up. Great defense again, Clem. I don't love this decision to come with 2 Medevacs in a game where there's Phoenix. There's nothing else going on at the same time. Yeah, I don't love that at all. I just feel like that's a very uninspired setup against... I mean, you could almost see this one coming, right? I just expect more out of Clem as well. I love the Widow Mine trap here. Could be huge if it lands. But if it lands, then I mean, like Zoun would probably be kind of AFK. Might not... It would make a pretty big difference, I guess, right? If you lose all these Phoenix. But I mean, you just lost so much as the Terran. Look at the resources lost in this game. 2k, 500 to 300, 175. I mean, incomparable, quite frankly. Zoun goes completely around the Widow Mines. So they do absolutely nothing. We are going to see 1 mine landing here. The EMP went off. Was that an EMP? No, it was just the first Widow Mine. Sorry, splashing the Phoenix. No EMP. Ghost Academy's not done. Zoun just pushes into this natural expansion. I mean, I want to make this more exciting, but I don't think it is very exciting because it was obvious he was going to win this from so much damage done just defending against Clem. Clem does a horrendous job attacking. And obviously, it's exciting to see Zoun beat Clem. That's not what I'm saying. Just the actual fight isn't very exciting because, well, we knew it was going to happen. There's no way Clem's recovering from